Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As the ladies and gentlemen, approaching this holiday season, the crypto market wants to ramp up. There are very strong rumors that a Bitcoin ETF could be approved by tomorrow. But what I'm going to stress to all of you is, as far as some people I'm connected to in the industry are concerned, they do believe a Bitcoin ETF will be approved. They're giving a strong January 8th to January 10th timeframe for it. And there are a lot of people saying that something could be announced by tomorrow. This is not a video meant to hype any of you. This is me simply relaying some things I've heard so nobody's flat-footed, because right now in the crypto market, the worst thing you could do is be unprepared. Every single one of you needs to be ready for anything that comes. And I think you all will be. I think you're all ready. These ETFs will be approved. I do believe that'll be the cause of the crypto catalyst that will launch Bitcoin past $50,000 like Waters Above predicted, and XRP past $1.30 like we talked about on this channel as well. We're heading into the biggest bull cycle yet, and you can see that the altcoins are already preparing. One of my personal favorites and my second largest holding that I've brought up to all of you since 1.8 cents back in 2020, H-bar, is currently up to 9 cents. Algorand, another one of our favorite cryptos on this channel, is up about 100% on the month, currently at 25 cents. And this is yet another token that was battered due to the SEC's overreach. I'm showing you these coins to let all of you know that the alts are reacting positively to the geopolitical and economic conditions happening right now. I think we have a favorable end-of-year bull run in store for us. And I want you all to be on the edge of your seats. I want you all to be prepared. And I find no better way for you to be prepared than by tuning in every single day. If you guys haven't done so already, please like this video in order to get it out to the masses that a crypto bull run is coming. And we need to remind everybody that the XRP army has been at the front lines of this. There's been a war against the crypto space and crypto investors for about a decade now. But the crypto space is getting to the point where we're taking back control. Elizabeth Warren has been attacking crypto for years now. But now X is showing community posts discussing how Elizabeth Warren is 100% wrong in her indictment against crypto. I believe these digital assets will be a solution to a multi-trillion-dollar problem that will present itself to the financial system. And only if you're watching videos like this right now will you be able to benefit from the greatest wealth transfer we've ever seen. Cyber attacks are something we've been talking about potentially happening on this channel for about 3 years now. We've showed you Klaus Schwab at the Economic Forum discussing how a cyber attack is likely. I've been presenting to all of you the Obama movie on Netflix currently that is part of the predictive programming to mentally prepare and brace you for a cyber attack. And that is all going on as literal cyber attacks on the US power grid is happening right now. I don't say this to instill fear. I'm just letting you know that a problem reaction solution scenario is likely. And oh, how convenient that the Bank for International Settlements, they just had a conference a month ago talking about cybersecurity for central bank digital currencies in order to secure the future financial system. Any crisis that comes about will instill new economic policy and a new financial system, I promise you. They're going to say the system is broken and we need CBDCs as a quantum upgrade. And that's why my biggest bet for the 2024 bull run is XRP, as Ripple has helped build a CBDC platform. and is working with at least 15% of global central banks. Oh, the world isn't ready for the XRP bounce back. That is everyone except the XRP community. We've been born ready. And now it's time for us to embrace the generational wealth. Now here, guys, I'm going to take you down a powerful journey into the perspective you all need to have heading into 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, this November, unfortunately, I was in Portugal, so I missed the AI Web3 and Real Estate Summit that Proppy was hosting, where they were discussing how to use real estate with the power of AI, Web3, and blockchain. Remember that Proppy is a company I've been talking about for a long time here on my channel. They're the first company on the planet that launched a real estate NFT transaction in the world, and then here in the United States in a regulated way. And in this conference that they hosted recently, they had powerful keynotes like Tom Ferry, Elena Cardone, wife of Grant Cardone, Francis Suarez, the mayor of Miami, and Kathy Wood from ARC. The reason I present this to all of you is because I believe that the future holds a merging of crypto and real estate. And I think a power pivot a lot of you in the XRP community need to make is diversifying some of your future XRP and altcoin profits into real estate. And because all of you will probably be a lot wealthier because of crypto, beginning to learn about Proppy and how to use their platform for NFT transactions selling crypto for real estate will likely be powerful for all of you. Something I'm going to be doing more is showing every single one of you how I inevitably plan to use this platform after this bull cycle is over and I want to buy some properties with crypto. But first, I think it's important you all learn what are some of the possibilities and incredible questions asked at this conference. I'm going to leave you for today with some education on crypto and real estate from my favorite crypto real estate company on the planet, Proppy. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask down in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, please like, please subscribe, and understand that I'm going to be one of the most powerful resources you're grateful that you have right here on YouTube for the next bull run. Because we're not just going to become the new 1% from our XRP. We're going to build generational wealth in numerous asset classes because of our XRP and all of our other crypto. The generational wealth mindset begins now. And I genuinely am humbled that all of you are joining me on this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Awesome. So this panel comes on the back of the two pitches that we had earlier, including myself on fractional ownership, as well as what Mayor Suarez talked about with fractional ownership and how he saw tokenization exploding. And so, but let's talk about what many people may have a question about, and what is the regulatory landscape that we deal with when it comes to fractional ownership and on-chain. And Mohsin, let me give that to you.
Absolutely. Look, fractional ownership in real estate has existed for thousands of years. It's not a new thing. Two brothers have owned the same piece of land. The Howie citrus farms had a whole bunch of investors, which led to the Howie test, which the previous panel was talking about. And 2012, we got the Jobs Act, which led to your crowdfunding and more online platforms. And now we just have a new form of technology that's helping enhance the existing products. Just because it is being tokenized, the regulation around securities offerings does not change. And that there is no question about that. There's no two ways of looking at that, right? when you traditionally invest in commercial real estate today, 99.9% of commercial real estate is held in LLCs or entities, not in individuals' names, which means you don't directly own that asset as is. At least on the Accrue platform, all that the tokens represent is the membership interest units within that LLC. So instead of having it on a piece of paper, which could get lost, which is anyone could change, we're recording it digitally on a distributed ledger where we can add trust, and then we can add efficiency to the transaction process due to the multiple different features that it enables us to do. So no question when it comes to fractionalized real estate, unless you're getting into some really creative models around it.
Awesome, and they are. And so speaking of that, some may have the question on some people tokenize with tokens. Some people have heard about the NFT tokenization. So I'm going to say to you, Rick, NFTs, property, fractional ownership. Talk to us.
You forgot about AI.
And AI.
Okay, I just want to say it has been a very long and cold crypto winter.
Yes.
It has. And I really feel like things are coming back. And we got to give special thanks to Natalia Karaneva for putting this on, guys.
Yes.
I have known her. I sat on a panel. Yeah, thank you. I mean, Natalia is a rock star and a survivor. I met her in 2017. We spoke on a panel at SFAR, San Francisco Association of Realtors, to a packed house. And at the time, we sat up there and there were lawyers from title companies. And they sounded like Elizabeth Warren sounds today, that Bitcoin and everything like about this whole ecosystem was AML and no KYC and child prostitution. Yes. I can't believe that we still have to hear. What I want to tell you about like what Natalia has done as she's transformed this entire industry, and she's pivoted over and over and over to bring services, and it's getting larger and larger, the offerings. And I want you to know something very soon. It's going to be My Proppy AI. I'm sorry, I just stuffed your pipeline, Natalia, with a new project called My Proppy AI. Because data is the lifeblood of AI, and you need data. And let me tell you something, there's reasons why Tim Draper is a big investor in this company. And there's a reason why Kathy Woods is on next. She's being watched by the best investors on the planet because she's going to control the data for all of real estate, which is a $400 trillion asset pool.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So Laura, talk to us about, Mohsin talked about the regulatory landscape and some of the things, but talk to us then, what does the process look like for tokenization, for fractional ownership on chain? What does that process look like to someone who may have no clue about that?
Yeah, thank you. So just to clarify, there's when one person says tokenization and another person says tokenization, they could be talking about two completely different things, even if we're talking about tokenization in the real estate space. So what property is doing is tokenization of the title, right? It's just transferring the asset in its entirety from one person to another. There is no fractionalization involved in that process. In tokenization of real estate securities, which is what Mohsin was referring to, is the tokenization of the shares, the interests, the investors' interests. It could be 2 investors, it could be 1,000 investors, and it's the fractionalization of and the representation of those shares onto the blockchain. So tokenization in that regard is highly regulated through securities, through the SEC, through a very traditional securities process, and that is very different from the transfer of real estate product. So it's really important when we are saying, using terminology in the space to truly understand what the background is behind the conversation and that you really understand, the details of that.
Awesome. And in that process, we move to where people say the tokens can be traded, the liquidity side of it.
Look, sorry, I'm going to add a little bit before you even complete that to what Laura was saying as well. Tokenization in itself, you can tokenize this mic if you wanted to. I could tokenize a pen if I wanted to. It is nothing. It's all about the underlying structure behind it. There's people who use tokenization for a small sliver within the real estate transaction, which is just the capital markets piece. There's people who use it for your onboarding side. There's people who use it for your asset management, fund admin, and so on and so forth, right? So when you want to look at tokenization overall, there's no wrong way of doing it, and there's no right way of doing it. You need to understand when you're going to a service provider who's providing tokenization, what are you really buying? And in the interest of the 30 seconds that are left, I'm going to cut my answer short, and I'm happy to chat with anyone about this afterwards.
Thank you. So Carlos, talk about liquidity on the liquidity side when it comes to what they say that there's a tradable token.